What is Battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another mate.
One.
Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Sherry, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battlecourt Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cyclones and Chargers. Let's begin with player introductions for tonight's game day. We'll be introducing first the away team, the Cyclones. Out first, number 14, Stan. Making his season debut, number 22, Bueno. Number 43, Unda. Number 31, Hyro. Number 69, Inaki. And the captain, number 17, Manu. And now the home team, the Chargers. From Miami, Florida, number 8, Jetted. From Brooklyn, New York, number 4, Bradley. From San Sebastian in the Basque Country, number 46, Arta. From New Haven, Connecticut, number 32, Ubia. From Noline in the Basque Country, number 91, Iturbide. And the captain from San Sebastian in the Basque Country, number 54, Zuika. And with that, the players salute you, the fans, and we are ready to begin tonight's game day. And with the introductions aside, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another Friday night edition of the Fall 25 Battle Court season. Andrew Bleckman, joined as always by Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's matchup between the Cyclones and Chargers. Stu, how you doing?
Doing great.
Fired up, a rowdy crowd during the introductions tonight. We'll see if that holds true through the evening. Big game day here, playoff implications, mostly for the Chargers. The Cyclones have already locked themselves into the number 1 seed. The Chargers still, they need some points tonight to keep their playoff hopes alive. Beginning here with a little bit of singles, Inaki and Iturbide in Division 2. There's the serve.
Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Backhand now by Inaki. Inaki powerfully wall to wall. That clears the overhead screen. Robote, 2-all, lands in and scores. First point of this match goes to Iturbide of the Chargers. He serves.
A big night here for the Chargers, and I mean, really a big opportunity for Iturbide. Didn't have his best game day last time out, but he can more than make up for it here with a singles win, and then a little bit later, he's paired up with Ubia against Hyro and Manu.
Off to a good start with that shot. I mean, throwing that first shot, just get it out of the way and landed it in and scored him a point.
Yeah, we didn't see a ton of shots from Iturbide last time, so it's good to see that he's comfortable and confident in throwing one early.
Robote forehand by Iturbide passes. Here's a Robote, that rebound off the back wall to the inside. Cut off by Iturbide. Scoop by Iturbide. Costello, 2-all. Scores. Two points for Iturbide. He serves.
Well, it goes right back to it. This time, plays it as it's coming at him. Just the standard Costello 2-all. Gets it to open up wide. Drops just inside the boundary. It makes it a 2-0 lead.
Inaki on the backhand to the inside. Caught by Iturbide. Iturbide back to the inside. Robote coming in low. Inaki makes the save. Iturbide's there, winding up. 2-all with a lighter touch. Yeah. Caught the pad, and the pad is bad. That's a point for Inaki of the Cyclones. He serves.
It looked like Iturbide got just crossed up there as he tried to make the throw. Inaki read what he wanted to do, which was the inside, and at the last moment he tried to play a 2-all. It just looked awkward the entire way, and it dropped short into the pad.
Again, once you've made your decision, even if the guy is there, you got to throw it. Trying to change your motion. I'd say probably 8, 9 times out of 10, that ball's going to wind up going someplace you don't want it to, either out or in the pad. Powerful backhand by Iturbide, rebote forehand by Inaki. At the sidewall, Iturbide makes the save. Here's the backhand by Iturbide to the inside. Inaki makes a save. Big bounce. Cut off in the air by Iturbide. Hard to the inside. Scooped up by Inaki. Got rid of it quick. Iturbide's there. Back to the inside. Inaki's there. Inaki at the 7 line. Karam opens. Stopped by Iturbide. Karam scores. 3 points for Iturbide of the Chargers. He serves.
Well, it's a great combination. Defense first to pick it off the net, and then perfectly executed Karam here under what seemed to be a bit of pressure as he was making the throw, but then Inaki didn't make his way to the outside. Great catch there. It's on the net, and the 2-wall drops it in to score.
Rebote forehand by Iturbide. There's a catch by Iturbide. He's going to shoot another 2-wall. That lands in and scores. Well done. 4 points for Iturbide. He serves.
Gets another 2-wall here to open up. I mean, the majority of these points so far, this has been his go-to shot throughout his career, and we just haven't really seen him go to it the last couple of game days. I mean, it's shown in the results. Haven't been a ton of wins. He's 0-3 this season in singles, and last year he was 4-1, only loss against Inaki.
Here's the backhand by Inaki at the 12 line. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Inaki. Cut off by Iturbide. Iturbide hard to the inside. That will score. 5 points for Iturbide. This is possible set point for Iturbide of the Chargers.
Look, and that just shows you what throwing a costado will do. Inaki makes that catch all day if there's no threat of a shot potentially to the outside, but he gets him on the move. He's moving back in to try to make that catch, and he's just off his footing. It makes it a little uncomfortable. 5-1 here, chance for Iturbide to take this opening set.
Inaki goes hard to the inside. Rebote coming in low, saved by Iturbide. Here's the backhand. Inaki, inside placement scores. That's 2 points for Inaki of the Cyclones. He serves, still possible set point.
Well, Iturbide protecting the outside because Inaki, one of the best 2-walls of his own here. Inside placement, though. There's a whole bunch of options. He can go for a drop shot. He can go to the outside, 2-wall, inside placement. You got to pick one, and Iturbide not close to that one. Still a possible set point, though.
It's a hard serve by Inaki. Stopped by Iturbide in the corner. Powerful backhand. At the side wall, Inaki makes the save. Rebote. Beautiful scoop on the left side of Inaki. Rebote. Rebote forehand. 2-pass. 2-all. Stopped by Iturbide. Iturbide powerfully. Inaki cutting that off in the air. Rebote. Saved by Iturbide. Scoop high on the forehand of Inaki, crossing the wall and scoring. 3 points for Inaki of the Cyclones. He serves.
Yeah, a golden opportunity. Iturbide had it on his forehand from the outside, and Inaki, albeit a difficult catch, ended up catching it in the air.
Two really clutch catches by Inaki has brought him back here. Narrowed the deficit to just 2 points.
You know, on those forehands, you know, from the outside, low, hard, but you got to cross the sidewall. That's what you see. A majority of the ones that score, that's what they all have in common. If they don't cross, these guys are so good, they could line it up all day. It doesn't matter how hard it's coming at them.
There's a backhand by Iturbide. Rebote forehand. Inaki on the right side. Fakes the 2-all inside. Cut off by Iturbide. Rebote. Inaki makes the save. Big bounce. Stopped by Iturbide at the 10. Rebote for the big bounce. Cut off by Iturbide. Shoots it outside. Inaki's there. 2-all by Inaki. Scores. He has 4 points.
Well, Inaki, in the midst of a run here, you know he's going to make one eventually because he's got that great 2-all of his own. Keeps it on the left side, running around that one. And Iturbide's trapped there. Kicks it off the sidewall. Scores easily. It was 5-1, now 5-4. Just keeps hanging around.
Inaki tightening that center.
Oh.
Excellent serve by Inaki. What a catch by Iturbide. Iturbide has it on the costado. Costado 2-all opens and scores. Point and set to Iturbide, taking it 6-4. First set, 2 minutes to go on the board. Come back out, player next set.
Yep. Iturbide went right back to that 2-all to close it out. Perfect one there that opened wide and scored to make it 6-4. First set going the way of the Chargers.
This is about the best I've seen Iturbide play. Again, it's been weeks since we've seen this. You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently playing our first of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Cyclones and Chargers.
Iturbide over there alongside team captain Zuika. Heavy singles slate today. We got 3 singles matches as opposed to the usual 2. 3 doubles as well. So we got Unda and Arta coming up next, Division 4 singles. Then we'll have 3 doubles in a row, Hyro and Manu against Iturbide and Ubia. Then Inaki and Unda against Zuika and Arta, followed by Bueno and Stan. Yes, Bueno and Stan against Jedden and Bradley. And then the finale will be singles Division 1, Manu against Zuika. Bueno making his season debut. As you heard in the introductions, it's been all Robin for him. Sometimes El Barba, mostly Robin. But Bueno eager and happy to be back out there for his side, getting at least 1 match before potential playoffs. Players making their way back out there. When they do, will be Inaki with the serve to begin set number 2.
See if Iturbide continues with this aggressive style of play that we saw in that first set.
You know, and it's really been more, to me, in doubles. We just haven't seen him go to it. Iturbide's played just 1 singles match in the last month and a half, and it was a loss against Goenaga. He didn't really do much. You know, that's his game, throwing costados, particularly the 2-wall, and it just looked a lot more comfortable tonight. This looked like more of the Iturbide we've seen in previous seasons. As you can argue, I mean, when he's on, he is one of, if not the best players in this group that's loaded with Alex, Inaki, and all types of talent.
Ready for our second set, Inaki serves. Second set has begun. Powerful serve, stopped by Iturbide. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Inaki. Rebote forehand. Rebote left side by Inaki. Gonna bounce to the inside. That's a great pickup. by Iturbide at the side wall. Robote forehand, 2-pass. Robote forehand over the shoulder of Inaki. He makes the catch at the 8. 2-all, opens up, stopped by Iturbide. Iturbide on the carom, stopped by Inaki. Inaki powerfully passing to the inside to score. Inaki gets the first point of the second set. He serves.
Well, a few shots not working out, and Inaki able to take advantage of the last one. Here's the carom from Iturbide. I mean, yeah, look where that hits. I mean, it hits basically on the most inside row of panels, and then Inaki makes him pay. Blasts it to the inside. It's close to the wall. But it really just comes down to execution, you know. Iturbide there, just a miss.
Excellent catch by Iturbide off a near perfect serve by Inaki. Robote. Robote 2-all. Inaki reads it, stops it, returns it hard. Iturbide cuts it off in the air. Low and hard on the backhand. Low Robote coming out will score. 1-1. In the second set, Iturbide serves for the Chargers.
We saw the same sequence in the first set, but with the opposite of the players. This time, Iturbide makes a catch inside. Inaki's just got to cross the side wall and make it a little more complicated for him. But he throws it low, he throws it hard. Again, it's not a problem for guys at this level. Makes that catch all day long and makes Inaki pay. 1-1.
Here's the backhand by Inaki. Robote. Robote forehand. Inaki. Iturbide. 2-all. Sharply thrown and opening to score. 2 points for Iturbide for the Chargers. He serves. Yeah, I mean, obviously they know where they are in terms of trying to get into the playoffs, and Iturbide is leaving nothing. He's leaving nothing.
Well, he's just going down swinging. I mean, if they're going to go down, he's taking his chances and playing his game, and so far, it's worked. Back to a lead here in the second set.
The ace.
Great serve.
Will score for Iturbide. That's 3 points for Iturbide. Reminder of the scoring here in Battlecourt. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Both players have done a really good job on the serve of trapping their opponents deep. Iturbide has made a few terrific catches up high over his head and, again, buried deep in the corner.
Robote forehand. This one's stopped by Inaki. Backhand powerfully thrown. Low off the back wall. Iturbide makes the save. Inaki's there. 2-all, 2-score. 2 points for Inaki of the Cyclones. He serves. Inaki changed things up there. And Iturbide bought it. A little hitch.
Yeah, you're seeing this replay here. Inaki moves up on it.
Inside.
And at the last second, he just, says something a little bit different.
See that quite a bit with Goshari, Douglas. We've been talking about that lately. You know, the ability to fake and change it up. And again, making the change late, you can make the fake and be committed to what you're going to throw. Changing it is where things get a little screwy. That worked out well. Excellent serve by Inaki. Powerful backhand. Took off, hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. We're tied up 3-3. Inaki serves.
There you go. I mean, just, again, trying to pass to set up the point, make it more difficult for Inaki to throw a shot, potentially more of a defensive save, but got to keep that overhead screen in mind. And with these tough serves, too, trapping him deep in the corner, being pretty close to the side wall, he may not have full control as he tries to get it off, and that probably happened there because that's sent way up. That was sent way up high.
It's a more traditional serve. You know, we've seen the cortada serves, those ones coming low, crossing really hard. Burying your opponent in the corner on the serve is old school highline, and both of the players doing it really well tonight. Powerful forehand. Robote, left side. Inaki makes the catch. Karam scores. Inaki advances to 4 points. He takes the lead and the serve.
Well, another example, it's just a subtle little fake here. Like he's going to go over the top, back to the inside, and then at the last second he just twists and kicks it off the side wall.
It's not just doing it. You need the ability, not all players. You know, not all players have the ability to sell it. Here's his backhand by Iturbide to the inside. That's a great catch by Inaki. Inaki on the carom that opens wide to score. That's beautifully thrown. 5 points for Inaki. Possible set point.
Talked a lot about Iturbide and him playing really well in this match, but Inaki has stepped up and changed the momentum here in set number 2. He's been on it all year long. I mean, take his catching for granted. He's made a couple phenomenal plays in this one. The shot making is as good as anybody from both sides. I mean, he's done it with the costado day. He's there with the forehand. Chance to close out the set.
Beautiful serve by Inaki, caught and returned by Iturbide. Robote, the rebound off the back wall, played powerfully to the corner. Great catch by Inaki. Inaki inside placement, stopped by Iturbide.
Got it.
Robote forehand to the outside. That stays in and scores. Point and set for Inaki of the Cyclones. We have split sets. 2 minutes to the third and decisive set.
Well, critical first match of the day here, and really a toss-up. You know, last year Inaki won this matchup. But really, I mean, you got two very even players, very similar styles, and the going toe-to-toe, shot for shot in this one. Third set coming up here. Inaki with the answer in set 2, 6-3. Over in the cage with almost everybody on that Cyclones team.
You have Manu in the hoodie, staying warm, which is not an easy thing back here.
It's picked up, for sure. There was a cold stretch, and it got pretty tough, but I think we're good now.
And here we are on the Chargers side again. Iturbide coming out firing on all cylinders in that first set, as well as the beginning of the second set. Then Inaki just settled into his game, won the second set.
Well, year after year, Iturbide is always at the top in singles in this group. Not going to be the case in the fall 25. I mean, 0-3 at risk of falling to 0-4 if he drops this next set. And also, you know, you got the Chargers playoff hopes hanging in the balance too. Looking at all the possible scenarios, the Chargers will play the Warriors on Monday. That's just a huge game day because the Warriors are still not locked into the playoffs either. So basically they're...
Tuesday?
On Tuesday. Did I say Monday?
You said Monday.
I've been doing that all year,
but
Stu.
it just concerns me because I have very important plans on Monday.
Okay, no,
I have
don't
a
worry.
standing appointment with my psychiatrist Mondays, and we can't trade highlight for psychiatry. It just doesn't work.
First day of the week, no,
Exactly.
Tuesday.
That's how I get ready for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yes, so apologies. Your appointment is good for
good.
Monday, but Tuesday is when the Chargers and Warriors will play. That's a big game day, but the Chargers must get points tonight, meaning, you know, they don't need a win, but they need at least a tie to give themselves that chance on Tuesday to win and get into the playoffs. This is a tough match, really a toss-up. See if Iturbide can convert and put one on the board early.
Iturbide serves. Our third set has begun. Powerful backhand by Inaki. Robote left side, up the middle, stopped by Inaki. From the forehand, low and hard. Caught down low by Iturbide, a fine catch. Robote 2-all by Inaki, opens and scores. That's perfectly executed. Inaki first up on the board in the third set. He serves.
That's vicious. I mean, the way that one opened up, it came up on him pretty quick, and he just shot it into
hit the floor and
wall.
just shot straight out.
Yeah, there was no chance for Iturbide.
That's what we talk about when when we talk about the ball opening up, it's just that coming off of the front wall, hitting the floor, and going straight outside. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Iturbide. Rebote coming in low. Inaki makes a save. Backhand by Iturbide to the inside. Forehand rebote by Inaki. Caught by Iturbide at the 11 line. Oh, dropped it on the backswing. That's a second point for Inaki. Of the Cyclones, he serves. Don't see that often.
No, and it's
you
just...
see it on the left side. You know, we see guys winding up with the costado. Maybe they're thinking about dropping it inside or throwing the 2-wall.
I mean, you can see it's a tough catch. Reaching blind, and the ball just it falls out there.
How many times, again, catch the ball in front of you, catch the standing rule, catch the ball in front of you. I mean, it's not a rule that you'll get fined for. But once you're making that catch behind you, lots of weird things can start happening. That's one of them right there. Maintaining control of the ball is so much more difficult. Fine catch by Iturbide, the low backhand, caught by Inaki at the side wall. Rebote forehand, 2 pass. Rebote forehand to the inside. Iturbide's there, winding up. Gustavo 2-all, opening and scoring. Iturbide on the board with a point and the serve.
Well, it's been boom or bust for Iturbide. When he's been on, he's really been on, and the 2-all's been great. But Inaki's, you know, slow and steady in this match, hanging there every single point, mixing it up nicely. But this has been it for Iturbide, 2-all or bust. I mean, again, opening up wide there, beats Inaki to the net, and puts one on the board here in set 3.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's a backhand by Inaki. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Inaki. Stays inside. Iturbide's there. Inside placement scores. We're all tied up 2-2 in the third set. Iturbide has the serve for the Chargers.
Well, there's the changeup. You know, finally keeping one to the inside of the court, but Inaki's only thinking about defending that net. He's well to the outside as Iturbide's winding this up. That's not really as inside as it could have been, and it's still scored.
Inside enough.
Yeah.
Difficult catch by Inaki. Powerful backhand. Rebote at the side wall. Inaki saves the rebote. Ball is tipped at the side wall. Third point for Inaki. Of the Cyclones, he serves. Got hit, too.
Oh, man. Iturbide.
Tipped and hit. It's a bad combination.
I mean, this is a good opportunity. Inaki goes to the ground for the rebote. It's, I mean, about waist level. It's coming to his left side. He's just thinking about the shot before he's made the catch, and it's all too common.
Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Low and hard from the left side. A rebote forehand saved by Inaki. Difficult scoop by Iturbide. Inaki has it at the 7. Karam is in and scoring. Beautifully thrown by Inaki. That's 4 points for Inaki of the Cyclones. He serves.
Well, you want to talk about the importance of not clipping the sidewall on some of these backhands, and why we always talk about the backhand 2-wall. Because if he doesn't clip here, he doesn't give Inaki this opportunity to throw the carom. It's just enough off the wall that he can line one up and throw it with the right side.
Is that maybe Iturbide being held by Mrs. Iturbide?
I think
Is
it
it?
is.
Wow.
They moved up. I noticed she was a little deeper in the crowd, but moved up and more present here in the third
Inaki,
set.
look at Iturbide's child. He doesn't want to see his father lose this match. Here's a serve by Inaki. Catch by Iturbide. That one's not coming out by Manu. Oh, it hit the overhead screen on the return. Good effort by Iturbide. At 5 points for Inaki of the Cyclones. Possible set, possible match point.
And that rebote, it just died as it hit the back wall. You saw Iturbide lunge back, try to flick it up, but it's hard to clear that overhead screen when you have to do so.
It's a hard serve by Inaki. Here's the backhand by Iturbide. Wall to wall. Rebote forehand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming to be inside. Iturbide's there. Rebote by Inaki. Cut off by Iturbide. Rebote forehand. Played well. Right in the corner. Ball tipped by Iturbide at the 9 line. A hard-fought first match for Inaki of the Cyclones, taking it in the third set, 6-2.
Iturbide starting off strong, but Inaki cooled him down point by point, and he gets the first win of the game day in the end. Sticking with singles up next, Division 4, we'll see Unda against Arta.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Let's take a look at that game day score, reflecting the win by Inaki to open up the day here. Cyclones have already clinched the playoffs and the #1 seed. Looks like Inaki's ready to go over in the cage after that win. There he is, Inaki, second year in a row with a win over Iturbide here in singles. What is it about the matchup that you just played so well these last two?
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a tough game, but especially the first set, he start playing unbelievable. All his kill shot make a lot of damage on me, and then I make a incredible comeback, and I'm happy.
Awesome, Inaki stayed in it, and a big win for to start off the day. Great playing again.
All right,
good luck.
Thank you.
Another match for Inaki later with Unda Division 3 doubles. Well, speaking of Unda, he's coming up next. In singles, he will take on Arta. It's Division 4 match. Unda this year, 2-2 in his debut season. Not all too bad for him in what is a really loaded 4th division. I mean, the talent is just continues to grow year after year. Now, Benetrix in this group, Unda added this year, along with Arta, Ikeda, Julin, Ben, I mean, everyone pretty strong now. Going to be a fun matchup here, though, because Unda, even for a backcourt, we know he's going to throw a bunch of shots.
Oh, every time Unda steps on the court, no matter what court it is, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so proud to have him here for battlecourt, but no matter what court he steps onto, it's fun. It's just going to be a fun match.
And Arta, too, he's got a bunch of shots, you know, like some of those top-level guys. He can mix it up in a variety of ways.
Oh, if he starts snapping 2 balls early, it
could be trouble. Chargers, again, need points today, so just a tie would, and then they would need a win against the Warriors on Tuesday. But this win, again, every win will go a long way. See if Arta can get one up on the board for the Chargers. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second match of the game day. Representing the Cyclones, we have number 43, Unda. And for the Chargers, number 46, Arta. There's the serve, we begin. 2-all there by Arta. That just kicked out. Unda gets the first point of our second match.
Arta's capable of snapping multiple 2-walls. Sometimes, most of the time, they've been working for him, especially recently. That one just landing out.
Robote forehand cutting inside, flicked off the wall by Unda, leaves a tough scoop. That's going to score. 2 points.
That was one of those, see, Unda basically like waves, look, I didn't mean to be in your way, I was trying to get out of your way. Arta has, he can lay back and wait for the bounce, or he can move up on it. In Jai-Alai, you're trained, always move up on it, always be moving up on it, always be trying to catch that ball in the air.
Arta passes to the inside. Unda on the Robote, makes a save. Arta from the 10 line, puts it inside again. There's Unda catching one right along the side wall. Backhand. That clears the screen. Robote cutting inside, turned outside. That's perfect. Outside placement for Unda. Takes it to a 3-0 lead.
Outside placement of the forehand Robote, my oh my. So Unda broke this out quickly. We've seen it throw by a number of other players. He sees Arta laying in. Nice shot.
Arta keeps his backhand inside, but it passes. Robote saved on the backhand. Scooped up in the middle of the court. Arta sends it high. Passes in the corner. Unda digs out another one. Arta reaches low, makes the catch. That 2-wall opens and scores. Well thrown. That gets Arta first point of this match.
Really well thrown by Arta. Again, that's what we've been seeing lately. That one touched, just lands in and opens up. Well done.
Unda gets that serve before it crosses. Arta fake the 2-wall, put it inside. Unda recovered nicely. Great catch there. Scooped up by Arta. He's got the 2-wall. That one's in and drops to score. 2 bounces and a second point for Arta.
Arta under considerably less pressure to really throw that second 2-wall well. Unda trapped to the inside. I mean, Unda makes a great catch here, but his back's against the wall, literally, at the 9 line. Just have to throw a passable 2-wall. Well done by Arta.
Unda waits for that serve to cross, picks it up at the 12 line. Sends it back in the corner. Robote missed along the wall. Lead back to 2 for Unda.
Unda, again, we've been talking about how, the energy that he brings and the sense of humor. I was watching him during practice yesterday, and he was breathing a little hard, and I said, are you tired? He says, yes, but it's not because I'm heavy, it's because I'm anxious. I said, really?
Robote forehand laid up by Unda. Here's Arta. What a catch there up the wall. Comes down with the ball. Arta steps in front of this one, stops it. 2-wall, 2 wide. 5 points and a possible set point for Unda.
Arta's going back to what he knows. He knows that 2-wall. Unda's going to try to chase it down on the outside and flirting with that line. This one just lands out.
Unda, inside placement, high to the inside, gives Arta a chance at the rebote, makes a tough save. Going out of the ground, Unda takes a look, throws a carom, that scores. Point and set. Unda wins it 6-2. 2 minutes, we'll play our second set. (6-2). Unda takes set number 1, and you could argue maybe his best set of singles in his battlecourt career. I mean, shots working for him. His placement was spot on. I mean, every rebote was cutting right along the side wall. Defense, everything you can really ask for there still.
Talk about, I mean, feedback. I mean, Unda's getting about as much feedback as you can handle from all the veterans on the roster. Hyro there, who's constantly telling me, I don't know. I don't know if I could do another year. I don't know if he's in better shape than like me or anyone I know, right? At 43, sure. I don't know if I could do another season. I don't know if I could do another, and goes out there and plays great.
And what a great opportunity for Unda here as a part of this Cyclones team with all the veterans around him. He's, he just loves being here, loves playing the sport, and he's just great energy and a great fit.
Oh, he's so passionate about the sport, Arta. He got a Gatorade from Zuika. Hey.
Yeah, Arta's got to get it going. A couple of those 2 walls were close. I mean, one of them, it looked like maybe it was a Magic City bounce or something, but, got to get back into this match. You don't want to fall into an 0-2 hole if you're the Chargers here. Doubles hasn't been their thing, and they got 3 doubles matches coming up next, all in a row. Arta will have the serve here when we do begin set number 2. Okay, up next, you'll see Hyro and Manu against Iturbide and Ubia Division 2 doubles. Arta just pacing around, just ready to get this going. After a first set that just got away from him. See if he gets some shots to land here in set 2. There's an ace. Arta. It's the first point of set 2.
Powerful serve.
Backhand floated to the inside. Rebote pushed outside by Arta. Unda drops it at Arta's feet. 2 wall there, opens. Unda's on it though, tracks it down at the outside, shoots a forehand that explodes and scores.
You can step in front of that ball if you want to, but
comes with a disclaimer.
I suggest you just stay put the cesta out there and watch it go into the basket, because Unda is going to rifle this ball. Are they screaming his name out there?
Forehand rebote. Kicks high to the left side. Oh, Arta shoots a 2 wall. Not going to make it. Unda leads it 2-1.
I always like to apologize when I snort in the microphone because that's very unprofessional, but Undertaker is a real thing?
Yeah, that's the Undertaker.
Where have I
been? A wrestler, and that was his music.
Here. EPL just yelled at me, where have I been? She knows where I've been. I've been here, but it's like, Undertaker?
I wouldn't, you're not much of a wrestling guy, right? I wouldn't. Okay. Rebote forehand there by Unda. That one's right along the wall. Arta elects to play the rebote, lays it up. Tough scoop. Unda's got it. Keeps it inside. Long run for Arta. He gets back in there. Makes a save. Big bounce.
Oh my.
What a catch. He committed to the forehand, but Arta goes up at the 10 line, cuts one off, then blasts it. Rebote forehand whipped inside. Caught by Arta. Inside placement score. We are tied 2-2.
The Undertaker has to cover the outside because that's where Arta's been going.
You would think, and then he drops one inside. That's what makes it so tough still.
Exactly.
Yep.
Where am I throwing it? Where am I throwing it? Not there.
Unda powers one from the 10 line. That's coming way out. Arta from the 6 gets it up to pass. Unda, Rabote, 2-wall to score. 3-2 lead for Unda.
Again, thrown differently than we've seen Arta. This one's thrown very high, but he knows where Arta is. Arta's going to have a real difficult time getting to that.
Arta handles that serve deep in the backcourt. Unda moves in, charted down the inside. Backhand passes, Rabote laid up. Unda moves in. Attached with the forehand, Akaram blasted in to score. 4-2 lead here for Unda.
I don't want to say it was like Arta knew that was coming, but man, you know, Unda throws that carom as good as anybody, and he's in his first season of battlecourt, and he's figured it out. It comes hard, it opens up.
Catch inside there by Unda. The backhand 2-wall is too wide. That's just out. 3 points.
Oh, you hate to see that. You hate to see that unforced error on that particular shot.
Arta goes up for it at the 9 line, sends it deep. Unda tracks it down, fires it up the middle. Clean miss, Rabote. Oh.
Great effort, great effort, great effort.
Oh, it's
great
close.
effort.
5 points for Unda. He's got a possible set, possible match point.
Arta's got nothing to be frustrated. I mean, obviously he can be frustrated, but that was a beautiful effort by Arta to try to turn this into a killer shot. Had he landed this, would have been the shot of the night so far.
Serve takes Arta back into the corner. Comes out from the 12 line, sends it high and deep. Rabote to the outside, just out of play. Extends the match here, 4 points for Arta.
Don't want to give it away with unforced errors. Again, there's a point at which you go to more conservative play.
Yeah, nothing from what we've seen from Unda today has been conservative. I mean,
No, since he first started. No, since he first started. He's never gone the conservative route.
Tough serve, and Unda picks it off the wall, backhand.
Oh, my
that caught
goodness.
the screen. We are tied up at 5-5. This is set point for Arta. Possible a match point here for Unda.
Premium on passing, Andrew.
Here's Arta, 2-wall. That doesn't open. Unda from the outside, keeps it low, comes right back to Arta. He made the catch. Rabote now for Unda, fall down 2-wall. Arta picks it up, takes a look. Karam lands in and scores. We've got a third set coming up in just 2 minutes. Arta wins it 6-5.
Man, oh man. Unda let that get away from him.
Unda had the forehand from the outside. I don't know if Arta was going to move for that ball. If he throws a 2-wall, I think the match is over. Anywhere other than where it ended up, which is right where Arta was planted.
Everything now resets in a third and final set, and the first player to reach 6 points wins the match.
And you like what Inaki did there, too. He came over to the cage and was telling Unda to come in because he was still lingering out there on the court, obviously frustrated at how that set ended, but you like to see the veterans stepping up and providing that leadership.
Well, the veterans don't have an opportunity to yell at him if he doesn't if he doesn't go back.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to go back for a reason. Yeah. He's like, oh, man, I know what I'm going to hear. Had Arta backed up on the ropes and, well, couldn't close it out. That's a big opportunity for the Chargers to still win this match and tie up the game day.
Inaki's keeping it light, which is what Inaki does. If you're having a bad day, that's the guy who you'd like coming up to, you know?
I agree. And then Arta, how about the shot to end it, though? That was it's quite the carom. I mean, open it up wide, nick the front wall. It's close to the pad. He forded with it, but made it work out in the end. Take a look here. Fall down save, and this is the carom. He takes a look, throws it, and yeah, that opens up perfectly. 6-5. Arta forces a third set here. Unda will have the serve to begin set number 3 in just a few moments. And Division 2 doubles, Hyro Manu against Iturbide and Ubia coming up next. We are ready to begin set number 3. Unda will serve to Arta. Unda serves. We begin set 3 with a backhand. Low to the inside, picked off the wall. Unda, soft 2-wall. Ooh, Arta's gonna get out to it. Forehand blasted inside, scooped up off the side wall. Great catch. Robote 2-wall. Not working this time. Unda takes a look, shoots it high, but right to Arta. That one just dropped.
Can't always depend on your power. I mean, and Unda throws every ball like it's the last ball he's ever going to throw, but...
And Arta looking at the basket may have...
It's a real short list of highlight players throughout history that are able to throw the ball hard enough that people just drop it.
That's an over serve. Second serve coming up. Arta sends it up high to open things up. Robote hooked. Arta gets his first and we're tied.
Yeah, that's just hooked. I mean, you said it right. That's just hooked. Fortunately, it was hooked away from the front court judge, who, as we near the end of the season, I don't think is up for any more close calls.
Well, Unda took that serve as a cross, but the backhand a little too high, gave it a little extra. That's a second for Arta.
A difficult catch deep in the backcourt. And again, if you see the backhand, most of the follow through, there wasn't much on the backswing. Most of it was on the follow through and just pushed it straight forward, high. And yeah, even though he was almost at the back wall, kicked up and hit the overhead screen.
Backhand from the 12, lobbed up high, out of reach of Arta. That cuts right along the wall. Lays it up on the back end, 2-wall by Unda. That opens and scores. Just like that, we're tied again.
Beautiful costado 2-wall by Unda. Very well thrown. Again, he's pretty deep, back at the 9 line. That hits and opens up. Arta was in the vicinity, just not able to make the catch.
Rote forehand, well controlled. Cutting, dropping. Arta stays with it, lays it up. Past Unda though. And the Robote is missed. Arta back in front, 3-2.
Was Unda taking direct issue with the crowd? That would be interesting. A new twist.
Powerful backhand just out of Arta's reach. He comes into the backcourt, puts it inside. Unda steps in front of it. Forehand. Ripped low. Robote. This one comes in high. Unda moving up on it. 2-wall to score. Unda points to the crowd and ties it at 3.
That was for you, baby. That was for you. Whoever said what he said that Unda did not like, that was for you.
That's an overserve. Second one coming up. They're chanting something. I don't know if it's appropriate, but it's also in Spanish, so we'll have to get a translation, potentially. But it's, yeah.
Unda coming back to the chief official.
That's what I was, yeah.
To the chief judge saying something. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, this.
Arta moves up on it, makes the catch at the 11 line. Unda inside placement, scoop missed. 4 points for Unda. He leads. Yeah, look, I mean, at this rate, Unda a little bit in the way, but Arta, if he stops, he definitely could have gotten interference, but he went for it.
Unda clearly trying to get out of the way.
Arta plays it high. Robote forehand. Kicks off the sidewall. Arta in position. The 2-wall is too low. Got 5 points. Possible set. Possible match point here for Unda. Arta keeps reaching at the tip of the basket.
He's been doing that for a couple days.
Yeah, I don't know.
There may be a small crack up there.
Ball missed off the serve. Point, set, and match. Unda takes it in the third set, winning 6-3. Unda with a big win there gives the Cyclones a 2-0 game day lead. Coming up next, we got doubles. Hyro Manu take on Iturbide and Ubia. Take a look at some replays here. Robote forehand to the outside. The shot making was there for Unda. I mean, perfect outside placement to start things off. Arta coming into the backcourt, lays it up. Look at Unda moving up, makes the catch, and the carom blasted in. Look at where that one drops in. Defense there by Unda, makes a stop outside. Powerful forehand. See that one dropping in. Another carom here. You see Arta not even moving out for it. It's just, and that's how strong they are. From the outside here. Kicks back to Arta's forehand, and that's when he starts looking at the basket, seeing if it's all right. 2-wall here, gets it to open. And that one gets by Arta, and then asking for maybe interference, but once you go for it, not gonna get the call. And then here's this last serve. Unda crosses, it's missed. It gets a big win. How about 3-2 in his first season of singles in this 4th division? Very good start to his battle court career. Take a look at those season-long totals coming into this match. You see the Chargers there at the bottom, but points tonight and a win on Tuesday. They would give themselves a chance at the playoffs. We've got Unda over in the cage, ready to go after that win. There he is, Unda 3-2 in singles in your first year in battle court. How did you feel about the way you played this season?
I think that I started against Ben a little bit nervous, but then I learned a lot against, I think, the other best two in the 4th division, Julian and Benetrix, and I enjoyed the last games.
Awesome, Unda. Well, great playing there. 2-0 lead for your team. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Hey, if the Chargers can get on the board and stop the bleeding, they need to pick it up quickly here to see if Iturbide and Ubia can get the ones to break through. 5-4 this season, but had a tough matchup against Hyro and Manu. 7-2, best record in this 2nd division. When these two matched up earlier in the season, that was way earlier in the season, back on September 16th, it was Hyro and Manu that won in 3 sets.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match. Hyro will have the serve for the Cyclones. Here's the backhand by Ubia. Manu reaches behind him and missed it. First point of this match goes to Iturbide. And Ubia of the Chargers. It's a rare miss by Manu.
Well, you're not going to see that all too often, so Chargers going to take advantage here in this first set. Just a drop, the first throw.
Powerful backhand by Manu. Ubia in the corner. Ubia from deep in the backcourt on the left side. Manu's there. Iturbide back to the corner. Here's Manu. Ball tipped by Ubia. We're tied up 1-1 in the first set. Hyro serves for the Cyclones.
That one crossed late, and Ubia was taking an extra look at the side wall after he missed it. Maybe an unnatural bounce, but either way, a point up there for the Cyclones.
Here's the backhand by Ubia. Robote. Robote forehand to the outside. Manu on the rebote. Passes Iturbide. Ubia with a big reach. Manu's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Wall to wall. Out to the rebote. Iturbide sends it back. Manu's there again. Backhand from the 11. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Here's Hyro to the inside. Manu in the corner. Backhand to the backcourt. Ubia's there. Difficult catch by Ubia off the wall. Ubia again. To the inside, Manu from the 13. You know, if this is going to be a volleying match from the backcourt, Ubia is more likely to drop before Manu, unless, of course, something changes and, you know, the spinner, a shot comes up.
Right. Well, that's why you got, you know, Iturbide up there in the front. Historically, this team has been killing a bunch of points as well, but we were talking about it during singles. We just haven't seen that same level of aggression. But at some point, you know, you get down a few, start to pick it up.
Here's Ubia back from the 10 line to the inside. Powerfully thrown. Manu lifts it into the backcourt. Robote to the forehand of Hyro. Shot to the inside. Iturbide's there. Rebote forehand. Caught by Ubia. Beautiful catch by Ubia off the wall. Manu now lower on the left side, harder to the back wall. Rebote forehand. Low runner cut off in the air at the 8 line by Iturbide. Hyro sends it back. Ubia now from the forehand. Backhand by Hyro. Ubia again powerfully, just clearing the overhead screen. That ball's towards the sidewall. Beautiful Rebote forehand by Hyro. Ball's on the wall. Good save by Iturbide. Here's Manu on the bounce. Forehand. Big bounce brought down by Ubia. Hyro, tremendous catch on the left side. He keeps it in play. Ubia again. Here's the backhand by Ubia to the corner. Manu powerfully on the left side, on the wall the whole way. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Manu will let it pass. Rebote forehand. Another powerful backhand by Ubia, stopped by Manu. Rebote forehand. There's the catch by Iturbide. Manu on the forehand, over the top.
Great catch.
Rebote saved by Iturbide with a light touch. Hyro gets in there, winds up. Costado inside. Rebote dropping. Saved by Ubia. Here's Manu on the catch. Iturbide again. Little clip. Manu moves to the outside. I'll tell you, Ubia's been solid on this left side. I mean, just catch after catch. Like we've seen him before with, Zuika.
It's been a great start to this match, but, when you're playing against Hyro and Manu, and you've seen at this point, you're going to have to be out there for a long time. They like to play this rally game. So, and they don't give you much space offensively either to make shots, which is why you see just this passing game continuously.
Yeah, the front quarters haven't had an opportunity to even try to make a shot. Ubia on the catch, backhand from the 12.
And Hyro's not one of the more aggressive ones either. He's just, gets it on the right side. He might shoot an outside placement, but Iturbide is really going to be the one to accelerate the pace here if we do see it.
Now, and if the front quarter will see that he's got a shot off of the Rebote, he'll call for the back quarter to let it go. Beautiful catch by Manu on the side wall. Big backhand. Rebote coming right up the middle. Forehand Rebote fired low and hard. Manu for the Rebote save. It's a 2-all. It lands in perfect to score. 2 points for Hyro and Manu. Hyro serves, and then that happens.
Or do you have a backcourt that just decides that
he's going to throw a 2-all from the 12 line.
It's been going on long enough. If he could have done that, I mean, that's crazy. But, it's after a few minutes of rallying that Iturbide leaves a little bit of space to the outside. He turns it, and it's just magical. All year. I mean, it's been Manu's year.
There's the backhand by Ubia. Scoop by Manu. Manu for the Rebote. He keeps it inside. Big bounce brought down by Ubia. Manu now on the forehand, over the top. Picada into the corner. Ubia, tremendous catch. Manu down low, backhand from the corner. Rebote hooked to the pad. The pad is bad. That's 3 points for Hyro and Manu. Hyro serves.
Yeah, I mean, it's really that type of play that we haven't been used to seeing from Iturbide. I mean, it's unforced errors, missing rebotes, not killing points at a high rate. It's just in a bit of a rut these last few weeks and from the midway point of the season. This Chargers team started off hot. You know, they won their first game day of the year. They lost the second, and they won 2 in a row. So they were in first place for most of September. And only 1 win in the last 2 months, and that'll do it.
It's a powerful serve by Hyro, caught by Ubia. Low and hard from the left side of Ubia to the inside. What a catch. Backhand. Manu's there. Rebote forehand by Iturbide. Hyro at the 7 line, low and hard from the backhand. Ubia from the 10. Low runner to the inside, scooped up by Manu. He sends it high and hard to the back wall, wall to wall. Manu, rebote left side. He'll be on the forehand. Scoop by Manu. Picada, the big bounce. Caught by Ubia deep in the backcourt. Floater. Rebote left side by Iturbide. Powerful backhand by Manu. Comes zipping to the backcourt. Ubia powerfully.
It's just 2 different types of power. You see that you saw Manu put his hip behind the first throw, then Ubia just puts everything behind his throw.
Backhand 2-all scooped by Iturbide. The carom is wide. 4 points for Hyro Manu. Hyro serves.
And there are so few opportunities when you play against this particular team that when you do get the chance, you're under immense pressure. I mean, he forces it, tries to push it close to the boundary line because he knows Hyro's moving, and it's a few feet wide. Ubia trying to get him fired up here, but that's a 4-1 deficit.
That ball is missed off the serve. That's an ace. That's 5 points for Hyro and Manu. Possible set point.
Serve takes him to the outside. It's got a bunch of spin, hard to handle, and it pops out of the basket in the end. It's been all Cyclones here. Chance to close out this first set.
What a catch by Ubia. Stopping the ace. Rebote coming out. Powerful forehand by Hyro and another tremendous catch by Ubia. Big backhand. Stopped by... Point and set for Hyro and Manu. They win the first set 6-1. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
Well, not what the Chargers were hoping for here, needing a win to avoid a scenario where they have to win just the final 3 matches to tie the game day, sending out what is historically a pretty strong team for them, Iturbide and Ubia, but again, this season and the second half of this season, they just haven't quite been able to recreate that magic. I mean, they started off winners 3 of their first 5. I mean, one of their 2 wins in the last 2 months was a forfeit. And then they play in this Cyclones team that's just been on fire, led by Manu there in the backcourt. And when you have a backcourt that's a leader and you have Hyro up there in the front who's able to play his game, it's just a devastating combination.
Ubia. There he is, Ubia. Tremendous catching in the backcourt. And just tremendous power on both sides. And he only has one speed, and that's hard and fast.
Back over here with the Cyclones. See Stan up there. Stan playing just that one match with Bueno tonight and making his debut in match 5. Inaki and Unda against Zuika and Arta, though, up next, Division 3 doubles. Cyclones, a bit of it's a victory lap for them tonight. They've already done all they can in the regular season. They've wrapped up the #1 seed. But playing, personally for prize money, personally for their record, and look, for all the other teams too, could potentially keep the Chargers out of it, which would help, the Fireballs, Renegades, Warriors, all those teams watching back at home.
Well, some are back at home. Some are
here watching intently. Yeah.
Some are cat cloud here in our audience. See them hiding over there.
So wearing black, blending in with some of the screenage.
They're blending in pretty well. It's rather tough-looking group. All nice guys. Excellent highlight players.
Yeah, the new group that has been brought in over the last couple seasons, all young, but just not only great players, but tremendous off the court too. And see, enjoying the action on a Friday night, Stu. Where else would you rather be? Set 2 ready to begin here. Looks like Iturbide and Ubia have the serve.
Iturbide serves. Our set has begun. Backhand by Manu. Ubia right up the middle to the forehand of Manu. Manu over the top. It'd be a beautiful catch on the forehand. He brings his over the top on the right side. Manu is there. Catch by Iturbide. Oh, the inside placement caught the pad, and the pad is bad. First point of the second set goes to Hyro and Manu of the Cyclones. Hyro serves.
I just hate to keep saying it, but he's just a little off. It's the shots that are a few inches wide. It's the drop shot that catches the top of the pad. It's the missed rebotes. It's just everything, but it's just not what we're used to seeing. Again, set up to be in the backcourt apologizing for the miss, but they got to get it going in a hurry. They don't have the fortune of having a set to play with here. Got to lock in, got to step up.
Powerful serve by Hyro, stopped by Ubia, the low runner. Scoop by Manu. Robote. Forehand to the outside. Hyro's got it. Puts it inside. Big bounce. Oh, tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for Hyro Manu. Hyro serves.
That was a difficult catch for either Charger. Iturbide didn't really want to try to attack it and catch it in the air, and Ubia was moving in and, kicking up right to his left side. He's up in the air. 2-0. Can't be good for that. That happens a bunch too. He's hitting the tip of the cesta on the back wall. The cesta seems to be okay though.
There's the backhand. That's a good catch by Ubia. Backhand to the inside. Rebote by Hyro to the inside. Ubia is there. Backhand 2-all. Caught in the air by Hyro. Hyro going for that placement. That's out.
Ooh, quick challenge. It's okay. They challenge.
The call's been challenged. It will now be under review. It was ruled out.
Call was out by the judge, and
so now what they're looking at, you see that red line. That red line goes continuously past that yellow pad there you see, all the way to the wall where the players come in and out. That's call that the player's cage. And so occasionally the ball will come off the back wall or the ball will hit right back in that area, and it could even chula back there in play or touch the line. Of course, if it touches the line right where Iturbide is standing, that would be out.
We haven't been getting these replays, so the chief judge is taking a look.
Oh, they're looking into, yeah, no, they're looking very intently.
So we may not get a look here, but they are looking back there.
Yeah, that's been all season long. They,
you know, and it's with this ball and the dark colored floor, and it leaves a pretty noticeable white spot. You could tell sometimes, and Manu went back and took a look and said it was in, and then Hyro came running back and was like, no, that's in, after they'd already challenged the call. So, you know, we'll see. It just, maybe that was the wrong mark. That's always possible.
Absolutely. There's a couple different camera angles that we don't have access to, nor should we as announcers.
No.
Because we're announcers. That's why we don't have whistles. That's why we don't have access to the audience.
I'll give you an opinion. It's just probably not going to be right.
Your opinion?
On the call.
No, I have no problem with your opinion.
You just really don't know. I mean, this one, like, truthfully for us here, that there's about 2% of the court that we can't see. And that's right there.
You mean us or the judges?
Us. Yeah,
us.
Us.
Yeah, we have no idea.
We really have no look at that,
We have no idea.
spot over there. Let's see what the chief judge said.
And there's the ruling. It's ruled out. So that's a point for Iturbide, right?
Yeah.
Ball was ruled out on replay. That is a point for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. Play will continue. Iturbide has the serve.
That's going to get the Chargers their first point on a ball thrown out. It was a good opportunity for Hyro.
Ball under serve. Battlecourt rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There has to be clear and convincing evidence that the call was wrong in order to overturn it. It just didn't seem to be there. Oh, that ball came in fast on Iturbide and scored. That's a 3rd point for Hyro and Manu. Hyro has the serve.
And it's again, I mean, that comes up and in on him. It's a tough reaction off the front wall, but still, to give away a point like that at this stage, just can't afford many more mistakes.
Hyro really seems still bothered by that, but you really gotta shake that off and just get back, because it's got nothing to do with what's going on right now. Powerful backhand by Ubia, caught by Hyro. Hyro on the backhand, hard to the corner. Oh my, what a catch by Ubia. Rebote forehand by Hyro, played to pass, wall to wall from the forehand. Iturbide makes the save. Manu steps up, backhand, blasted to the inside. Ubia's there. Here's the catch by Ubia. Outside placement by Manu. Ubia gets out there. He makes the save. What a catch. Manu reads it, stops it. Pika dropping down. Oh, look at Ubia. Outside placement stopped by Hyro. Hyro whipping this back to the inside. What a tremendous point played by all 4 players. That's a 4th point for Hyro and Manu of the Cyclones. Hyro serves. Well, that can be frustrating for Ubia, but man, there was a lot going on.
More than chaotic.
Look, he's already yelling. What's he yelling at? That was a great stop.
Outside placement.
Oh, tremendous. That's a great play by Ubia there. That's just great.
And then from the outside, big bounce here. Look at this catch by Ubia, though.
Again, goes outside. Oh, and Hyro's just right there.
Tough scoop by Hyro, and then, gets him inside, and he's like, what do we have to do to beat these guys? A lot of teams have been asking that this year.
Manu from the forehand at the 11 line. Over the top. Cut off by Iturbide. Powerful backhand. Stopped by Manu. Iturbide again, this time from the 8. Catch by Manu at the 12. Backhand. Straight back. Caught in the air by Ubia. Scoop by Manu on the forehand. Right side over the top. Scoop by Iturbide. Inside placement before the second bounce is caught beautifully by Manu. Yeah, that catch was just, I mean, wow. Fine play by Ubia deep in the backcourt. Here's Hyro. Iturbide from the left side. Big backhand, wall to wall. Outside placement, stopped by Iturbide. Manu, difficult catch at the 11. Hard throw to the inside, stopped down low by Ubia. Robote forehand, shot straight back, wall to wall. Robote coming out. Manu takes that on the bounce. Powerful backhand by Iturbide, wall to wall. Wall to wall, stopped on the forehand of Ubia. Big right side over the top. What a scoop by Manu, and a powerful backhand follows. Here's a catch by Hyro. Ubia on the right side. Over the top. Scoop by Hyro. Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Iturbide's there. I think it's safe to say that Ubia called him off.
Hey, he got it. What a Robote. Oh, my.
Back to the sidewall. That's a difficult play. Oh, Hyro reaches up to make the catch. Hard and low to the inside. Ubia gets in there. Scoops it up. Robote forehand saved by Manu. What effort. He's back up. Outside placement stopped by Hyro. The carom by Hyro will score.
Unbelievable play.
5 points for Hyro and Manu. This is possible set, possible match point.
It's just incredible, Stu. I mean, what do you have to do to get the ball past these two, Hyro and Manu? I mean, they've tried everything. Robote here, goes through his legs. Hyro makes a stop. Outside placement, but it's scooped right up like it's nothing. And they never seem to be playing out of control either. Hyro, I mean, they're just in control of all these points. It's just been total domination in a match that is pretty even on paper.
Less even on cement.
Yeah.
There's powerful backhand by Ubia. Caught on the forehand of Manu. Manu over the top. Big bounce. What a catch by Ubia. Manu again, this time from the 11. Over the top, big bounce. Goes off the frame of Iturbide Cesta. That is 6 points. They take it in straight sets. 6-1, 6-1 for Hyro and Manu of the Cyclones.
And remember back, the first point of this match was just a drop ball by Manu on the first throw. After that, 12 of the next 13 points going to the Cyclones, and they get their third win of the game day. Hyro and Manu rolling as they head over to the playoffs next. We got Division 3 doubles coming up with Inaki and Unda against Zuika and Arta. Chargers need them all to tie the game day.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Joined by our winners there, Hyro and Manu, 6-1, 6-1 over a tough Iturbide and Ubia team. Do you guys feel that you're still progressing as a duo throughout this season together, Manu?
Yes, for sure. This is the first time I play with Hyro in 8th season. So yeah, it's a new player, very aggressive player, offensive player. So you know, no, I'm joking, but it's a pleasure to play with a Hyro, a veteran player with a lot of experience. You know, he's making less mistake from the opponent. So very happy, and yes, it's a long season, but each game we have more chemistry, and we're very happy with the result.
Awesome, guys. Well, great performance to close out the regular season. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Inaki and Unda come out next against Zuika and Arta here in this Division 3 matchup. Inaki and Unda 3-6 in the regular season. Zuika and Arta 2-7. In those 3 wins, one came against Zuika and Arta. That was back on September 16th, very early in this season. Inaki and Unda have only gotten better from that point. Again, you got Zuika up there in purple, well, we're really in white today, but he's the team captain and he's the leader of this squad. If he can get it going, they can win just about any match he's playing in. Chargers are backed up here. They need to win 3 matches in a row to come away with the game day tie. Any other result would end their regular season. They still have one more game day, but they would not be able to advance into the playoffs. In terms of the points, for those curious, in terms of the points, there would be a possibility for them to tie for 4th place, but where they stand in the tiebreaker, they're too far behind. They wouldn't be able to pass any of the teams up there. You see the standings there, Chargers at the bottom. Again,
everyone in life should be as lucky as I am to have an Andrew.
Yeah, there's a chance they can tie at 6.5 with a few other teams, but again, tiebreaker, there's just no shot after today that they would be able to overcome that deficit.
Because they explain this stuff to me. They sit me down at the beginning, and I just sit there and shake my head. And Andrew makes it so clear for me.
I got you, Steve.
I appreciate that. And then occasionally I get applesauce afterwards.
Ready to begin our next match. Inaki and Unda serve to Zuika and Arta. There's a serve. We begin match 4 with a backhand blasted inside, picked off the wall by Unda. Arta keeps it low. Unda stands in there, makes a catch. Zuika calls Arta off, launches that rebote. Inaki stays with it, puts it up the middle. Went right over Inaki's head. Oh, that crossed, and he picked it up off the floor, and it's tipped. Cyclones with the first point of match 4.
It might be my eyesight, the fact that the ball is white and the helmet's white, that I can't see any space in between the ball and the helmet. But, I mean, I'm sure it's further away than it is, but, man, it looks close. And, yeah, we always talk up the danger and speed of highlight, but close calls and hits suck.
Inaki puts it back up the middle. Zuika shoots it low. Unda comes back. Oh, he's not going to get that rebote. 2 bounces. That gets the Chargers on the board here.
Yeah, Zuika threw that ball very specific so that it would not feed the rebote. Unda was set up for a rebote, but set up about the 11 line. He needed to be set up at the 12 or 13 for a difficult rebote. Well thrown by Zuika.
Unda takes in that serve after it crosses the wall. Backhand coming in. Arta winds it up. Blasted again. On the rebote, there's Inaki. That one picked right off the wall. Catch between the 12 and 13. Unda lifts it up. Now Zuika from the 9, low runner. Unda moves up on it. Makes the catch, blasted along the wall, picked off by Arta. Unda sends this one high. That's coming way out. Zuika turns up the middle, shoots it low and hard. Scooped up by Unda. Ball tipped as it crossed the wall. That's 2 for the Cyclones.
Unda with all that power, throwing it in the middle of the court is one thing. Throwing with all that power closer to the side wall, much different.
hard backhand. Here's the rebote. Left side for Inaki. That comes in high. Zuika goes up and cuts it off. Big backhand. Stays inside. Rebote. Forehand for Zuika. Turn back to Unda. Now Inaki from the 9 line, sends it deep. Zuika early call, he's backing up. Fires it high and hard. Rebote coming back out. Inaki clears the screen. Zuika whips it low. Unda steps in front of it. Rebote save, kicks out to Zuika again.
Wow.
It's a wonky spin that stays inside. Inaki comes cross court, lifts it up. Now Arta moves in. Low bolt again, scooped up by Unda. Just ripped that one in deep in the backcourt.
That was quite a catch by Unda.
Arta watching it. Zuika position at the 7, lifts it up again. Unda clicks it off the sidewall in the air.
You could see Zuika trying to keep that ball in the backcourt.
Unda moves up. He's at the 10 line. That's on the numbers again. Arta picks it right off, shoots it back. Unda got out of the way late. He saves it. Unda kicks one off the sidewall. Zuika rebote dropping, scooped up high on the left side of Unda. Now Arta goes up, makes the catch, backhand, stays low. That's stopped along the wall. Unda now, backhand to wall. Gets by, and it scores. 3 points for the Cyclones, Inaki Unda.
I will withhold comment. Zuika. Yeah. Inaki apologizing to Zuika. There was a bit of screening, but that's completely unintentional. The backhand two, although never broke the plane of the line. I mean, just stayed in bounds the whole way.
Ball missed off the serve. That makes it 4-1. Zuika takes the serve, drop shot, not droppy enough. Zuika shoots it, it scores. 5 points, possible set point for the Cyclones.
It was a beautiful catch and shot by Zuika. I mean, just picture perfect. Picked the serve, drops it inside beautifully. Lines up for it right there at the side wall, but Inaki reads it all day. First bounce, second bounce was going to be, was thrown well. Inaki just moved up on it and killed it straight outside. Possible set point.
Arta, backhand from the 12 line, taken in right off the sidewall, then blasted by Inaki. Rebote forehand to the outside. Well thrown there by Zuika. That extends the set, gives the Chargers a second point. They'll serve.
Zuika began the set off by playing everything to the backcourt, repeatedly testing Unda. Staying away from shots. Now he's opened up shots. Drop shot that Inaki got to, that he wound up losing. That outside placement, well thrown.
Oh, Inaki missed that serve, knocked it down. 3 points now for Zuika.
Powerful serve by Zuika. Again, Inaki was catching that a bit low. Had that been waist or chest level, especially when it's coming hard, get a bit more control when you're going for the catch.
Unda, what a tough serve, handled on the left side of the backhand. Narrowly clears the screen. Long rebote shot inside. Look at Inaki, comes cross court, picks it off. Now Arta. Unda stepped in front of it, heard the call, made the catch, back to Arta.
Inaki's calling for it. Oh, wonky bounce.
Zuika comes all the way back for this Robote. On the bounce, Unda charges down the inside, shoots it low. Arta ducks away. Zuika sees another Robote. Inaki attacking. Two-wall throw.
Wow.
To score. Point and set. Cyclones win it 6-3, 2 minutes. Play set 2.
You're watching Battlecourt live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches for the game day between the Cyclones and the Chargers. Here we are in the break in between the first and second set, back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. And I'm literally hearing my first Christmas music of the season playing overhead. Is this Andrew left? So someone has to tell me, is this a Christmas song, or is this like it's a mashup? Ah, so does it still qualify as a Christmas song? It doesn't. Everything has now been cleared for the 56-year-old with the microphone. I know about Jai-Alai. I know something about music. Anyway, there's Arta in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. There's Zuika. Zuika really turning it on there at the end with shots. But the Cyclones pulling off that set. Let's see what they got coming in the second set. Zuika with the water has knocked onto the banana. That's the Zuika busts out the banana. That's the sign that needs the potassium. Didn't break a lot of sweat in that first one.
Did he break one out? Did he ever?
No, he didn't. No,
okay.
no. He just went with hydration. Hydration. We're ready to begin our second set. Zuika will have the serve for the Chargers.
Zuika serves. We begin set 2. Inaki moves in front of him, shoots it outside, but that kicked out of play. Chargers catch a break. They get the first point of set 2. That was a great opportunity. I mean, Inaki just pushed it wide, but he had a ton of court that way.
Well, when you see Zuika running up the line, I mean, throw it quick. If he gets it on his right side, he's going to hurt you with it.
Hard serve, but an underserve. First fault, second one coming up. Ball runner inside, stopped by Zuika, shoots a 2-wall, scores. Second point for the Chargers.
That happens so fast. I mean, that just happens so fast. Low hard backhand caught by Zuika. Zuika rips a 2-wall here. Wow.
Hard serve lined up beautifully there by Unda. Keeps it low on the wall. Arta ducks Zuika. Saves Robote with a big bounce. Unda works through Arta, comes back over the top. Tough pick up there inside. That one blasted on the wall. Arta makes a tough grab, sends it deep. Forehand rebote crossing. Arta picks one off. The backhand coming in. Another rebote. Inaki now sweeps it off the ground. Zuika wastes no time, shoots it inside. It's on the wall. Rebote is the choice, and it's saved. Splitter. Unda moved to the outside,
ready
made
for
the
the
catch,
split placement.
had the two-wall. That scores. It's the Cyclones, Inaki and Unda.
He was ready for the split placement, and that shows court awareness.
Yes. He was all over it.
Yeah, that shows court awareness. Unda trying to move out of the way. Arta, again, you know, was there interference? Yeah, potentially, but the judge is also making the assessment as to whether or not you could have gotten to the ball.
Right.
Yeah, those two things I don't think go together in that play.
Low bullet stopped inside there by Inaki. Ooh, what a pick there between the 12 and 13 line. Inaki sends one up. Arta picks it off deep in the backcourt. That one clears the screen, coming all the way up to the 5 line. Turn back inside. Arta again keeps this one low. Unda has to go up. Now Unda from the 11 line, keeps it up the middle. Arta got out of there late. Zuika, 6 rebote off the wall, right back to Unda.
Ooh, low runner.
Scooped up on the right side. Inaki takes it right off the wall. That's dropping. Arta moved up on it. Made the catch deep again. Rotate cutting inside. Turn. Zuika. Low runner. Unda makes a catch with his foot on the wall. Just comes shooting off the back wall. Now Unda from the left side. It's a backhand. Arta all alone.
Oh, did he get hit? I couldn't see.
That's the second point for the Cyclones. We're tied. I think he did get hit, but we didn't have. That's the other.
It was either
1% of the court we can't see.
It was either a chula or.
Oh,
yeah,
it did.
In the arm.
Oh,
in the arm. So it was coming out to the rebote, but it hit him in the left.
Right there, but no, we don't have a good look at it.
Like the left tricep. Ugh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely going to leave a mark. I'm not saying that in the joking way either. I mean, that's literally going to leave a round ball mark on his arm.
That serve is dying. Arta just did get up there before the second bounce. Low runner, he's scooped up. Catch by Arta. Ooh, the backhand, though. That got away from him.
Arta, again, you know, he's not comfortable with the cesta. It's his cesta. He's been playing with it. He has experience with it, but they're entirely handmade, and as they age, you sometimes have a little bit less control where throwing is concerned. Catching becomes a little bit, they soften up, so they become a little bit easier to catch with. But you don't always have the same accuracy with throws, and that seems to be what Arch is dealing with.
Inaki gets it off quick. Back inside Arta from the 11 line. Puts it along the wall for Unda. Catch again, this time up at the 12 line. He blasts it. Clears the screen. Coming out to Zuika. Turns it low and hard. Picked up by Unda. Comes over the top. Arta moves in. Rebote forehand from the 7. Shot right up the middle. Arta picks it up. Right side, back inside. It's dropping. Unda gets up to it. Oh, yeah, late notice
like
there. The rebote sent out of play. 4 points for the Cyclones, Inaki and Unda.
I think Zuika's sensing that Arta's got a lot going on back here. Wanted to get in there and try to help him, but this was not an easy play for Zuika. So he calls him off about here. But yeah, I mean, that ball's basically at his shins.
Wow, what a stop. Zuika picked a hard serve. It passed Unda. Oh, but Inaki's quick. Got back in there to save the rebote. Kind of a half carom, not enough. Inaki's full carom scores. 5 points, possible set, possible match point.
Yeah, Zuika was looking to get something going and try to get it to the split placement, and Inaki just read it perfect. Eats it up. He takes a picture. Split placement. Oh, but Inaki's got it. Throws a carom. That scores.
Inside there, Unda lines it up as it crosses the wall. He blasts the runner. Arta steps up, makes the catch. Inaki aggressive call. Turn 2 walls for the win. Point, set, and match. Inaki and Unda close it out 6-3, 6-2. And you can add game day to that too. I mean, 4 wins already for the Cyclones. They didn't need it, but they pick up another game day. They move up our standings and effectively knock the Chargers out of the playoffs and ends their season in the regular season. 2 matches left today, Stu. Division 6 doubles and Division 1 singles. Bueno and Stan take on Jedden and Bradley up next. We'll take a look at some replays here. Scoop there catch by Unda. He is catching was I think is the best he caught in Division 3 in his battlecourt career. Interference. Oh, there's that interference potential, but denied. Outside placement there by Inaki, thrown out of reach. Two-wall there. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't even see it practically. And Zuika here with the split placement, but Unda figuring out the court. He's reading it well, too, the defense, and then two-wall follows. Runner to the inside here. Arta backing up. And then
that's where he gets hit.
Takes a hit. Robote here, kind of screened. It opens to the outside. And then this final throw here. I mean, Zuika just, well, here's the carom first.
Yeah, Inaki just totally took over at this point.
And then right here, two-wall to end it. Two-wall, 2 scores. Zuika not even moving for it. Straight set victory there for the Cyclones, and they've won the game day. 4 wins already, so they will move up to 10 points and finish up their regular season. That will keep the Chargers at 5.5. You see the Renegades, you see the Warriors, you see all those teams, and you can see why not in a favorable position for a tiebreaker. The Chargers not going to make it to the playoffs. Inaki and Unda, though, they're moving on, and another win for them here to close out their season. Inaki, you guys have played 3 matches in the last couple of game days. How do you like the way you guys have played to close out this regular season?
I know that that Unda has something inside that, but we need that. He gotta show up, you know. He has a lot of potential in, and I'm so happy because the Unda that I want to see out there is coming. So happy for that.
Inaki, how do you keep Unda focused?
How I keep Unda focused?
Yes.
All right. That's tougher than win the game. You know, all the time telling him that Unda, venga, focus, let's go, don't miss the ball, let's go. That's it.
Perfect.
Hey, Unda, one last question for you. You've heard the nickname, the Undertaker. Do you know about the Undertaker, and how do you feel about that?
Of course, I have also a childhood, so I saw Undertaker. I didn't like it, but some girls in the court never are bad.
You may get a good T-shirt out of it, so you know.
You have to do T-shirts for
Maybe, if maybe we'll see what we can do.
Awesome, guys. Well, a lot of fun there and a great playing, really. You were spot on there. Way to finish up the regular season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Division 6 doubles up next. We go right to Jen and Bradley after that, Stu. Against Bueno and Stan here.
Great to see Bueno back.
Bueno making his season debut. They've filled in pretty well for him. Robin has done a great job, but Bueno gets the call here last regular season game day. He's back ready to go against this 6-3 Chargers team that won the first matchup in 3 sets. But again, that was without Bueno. See what they got here. Bueno's got the serve to begin match 5.
We're ready to begin our next match. Bueno has the serve. World Jai-Alai League welcomes Bueno back to active play. There's a serve. We begin. Powerful backhand by Baragli. Robote. Robote forehand by Bueno to the inside. Here's the backhand by Baragli. Bueno's there. Jedden now. Baragli up high at the 11 line. Forehand on the return. Stands there. Robote forehand to the outside. That will land out of play. First point of this match goes to Jedden and Bradley of the Chargers.
Well, great to see Bueno back out there, and usually when players take a long layoff, it's the catching that you're always concerned about. How are they going to get back into it? So far, he looks pretty good. Robote, though, too, one of the things he's just got to work on the timing. That one just escaped a little bit.
Beautiful catch by Baragli. Deep in the backcourt, and the return will score. 2 points for Jedden and Bradley. Jedden serves.
Yeah, came up and in on Stan as it crossed the side wall. Caught a little deep in the basket, and it popped out.
Jedden with the fine catch at the 9 line. Here's the backhand. Bueno's there from the 7. Big right side by Baragli. Caught and returned by Stan. Ball missed in the backcourt. That's a point for Bueno and Stan of the Cyclones. Bueno serves.
Tough scoop there for Bradley in the backcourt. I mean, to me, at least, it seemed like that ball just kind of died in the air and kind of sank on him. Not the easiest play in the world to make back there.
Bradley from the forehand, low and hard on the return. Stan, good pickup at the 12 line. Bradley straight to the backcourt, stands there, takes it in the air. Stan again, this time to the inside. Jedden, tip ball at the 10 line. 2 points for Bueno and Stan of the Cyclones. Bueno serves.
And Jedden, pretty deep back there. He's all the way back at about the 10 line trying to take that one in off the side wall. But the way that Bradley's catching, seeing that deep and make a mistake like that. Hate to see it. 2-2 though.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Jedden went for that serve, missed it. That's a point for Bueno and Stan. Cyclones. Bueno serves.
Trying to make it happen up there in the service box too after tipping one back at the 10. Want to make a play so bad, but it's coming right to him. He wouldn't advise against it.
Bradley on the catch powerfully on the return from the forehand. Bueno goes to the ground, will not make the play. 3-3, Jeden serves for the Chargers.
And that's going to be uncomfortable, and going back down to the ground, coming off of what was a back injury. It's going to get time getting used to, but still looks pretty solid so far. 3-3 early on, and the game is already wrapped up, so this is the perfect position here for Bueno to go out stress-free and just get comfortable.
Stan makes the catch on the left side. Backhand passes Jeden, caught by Bragley. Scoop by Stan. Robote forehand. Backhand by Jeden. Just clears the overhead screen. Here's Bueno. Scoop attempt miss. Robote is there. Jeden attacks. Has it on the forehand. Powerful forehand passing. Stan on the Robote save. Jeden lets it pass. Bragley from the 9 line. A powerful throw. Scoop attempt miss. Robote not there. 4 points for the purple shirts. Jeden and Bragley of the Chargers. Jeden serves.
Well, happened earlier. Stan missed the catch and turned and saved the Robote. Second time, it just, again, shot out at him a little too quickly. Really, Bueno was behind him, probably had a better play on it, but it's so hard to communicate at the last second like that and duck out of the way when Stan was committed to it.
Here's the backhand by Stan. Bragley, hard catch, deep in the backcourt. Bueno calls for it. Forehand Robote to the outside. That's out of play. 5 points for Jeden and Bragley of the Chargers. Possible set point.
Yeah, and if you say anything that's a little slow to come along for Bueno, it would be the Robote in this first set. And again, that is expected. It's a difficult play, all about timing. And you haven't played in, for Bueno, man, when was the last time he played? Could have been close to 6 months ago, 5 months.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
When you put it like that, it's almost been half a year, maybe a little more. So, yeah, it'll take some time.
Stan moves to the outside, maneuvers around Jeden. Scoop by Bragley. Scoop attempt missed by Stan. That is point and set for Jeden and Bragley of the Chargers, taking the first set 6-3.
Now, Jeden and Bragley have had a great year playing together. They've had a lot of fun in those interviews, and it, starts out there on the court, 6-3 record. That's tied for the best record of any doubles team within the Chargers. Coming into the year, I don't know if they would have thought that would have been the team to lead them. And they have so much firepower with Zuika and Iturbide, but a lot of those teams, 5 wins, 2 wins, 6 wins, 3 wins, 6 wins. That's it for the Chargers. And you look down the Cyclones. You got Hyro and Stan at 8-2. You got Inaki, Manu 9-1. Hyro and Manu 8-2. Just dominant performances by some of those teams. Okay, good to see Bueno back out there, of course.
And Robin.
And then, there's his, he's been filling in for him, but Robin, so checking out the action tonight coming in.
Never know when he might have to step up. Here we are in the ESPN 3 DraftKings Players Gauge. We'll be giving some feedback to Jeden and Bragley.
Yeah, game day's already over, but obviously a chance here for the Chargers to get some points in. The last few wins to wrap up this regular season for Jeden and Bragley, their 10th and final match.
Do you think that Ubia has coffee in there?
It's something caffeinated for sure.
Probably doesn't need it. It's kind of late.
Could be like maybe like a pre-workout or like a creatine or something. That would be.
At 9 at night?
Look.
Without playing anymore? Hopefully it's like chamomile tea or something like that, and I'm just misseeing it.
Well, he also has a newborn too, so I can't imagine it's anything too strong at this time of night. It's got to be an herbal tea of some sort. We'll roll with that.
We are ready to begin our second set. Bueno will have the serve for the Cyclones. Bueno serves. The second set has begun. Here's the backhand by Bradley. Powerfully thrown. Wall to wall from the left side. Bradley on the catch. That ball touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Bradley of the Chargers.
Well, all year long, Stan's done a really good job of, number one, improving the catching, but also limiting those unforced errors.
Yes.
Hasn't been flirting with the overhead screen all too much, but the power from this Chargers team will lead to some control issues and under.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Ball seems to have rolled away from Jedden there. Bueno got it for him. Stan advances to make the catch. There's the backhand. Jedden to the side wall. Fine play from the left side. Rebote forehand is saved by Bueno. Jedden on the attack. Outside placement. Wow. Beautifully executed by Jedden to score. 2 points for Jedden and Bradley. Jedden serves.
Tough angle, too. I mean, he's all the way inside, practically on the side wall.
And threw it sidearm.
Gets it open up away from Bueno, too. Just inside the boundary. That's about as good as he's thrown it.
Stan on the catch. Here's the backhand. Bradley from the 11 line. Scoop by Bradley. Stan from the 12 line to the inside. There's another scoop by Bradley. Big backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Bueno was unable to make the rebote play. 3 points for Jedden and Bradley. Jedden serves.
And Jedden just saying to Bradley, keep doing that, keep throwing it back, keep rallying with this team. It's worked out so far. Again, another long rebote. Bueno had a little difficulty tracking it down. Swing and a miss.
Bueno picks the serve. Drop shot.
Ooh, Jedden's on
Jedden
it.
gets up there. Forehand straight back. Caught by Stan. Backhand. Caught by Bradley. Bradley from the 10 line. Bueno goes to the floor. That ball falls short of the front wall. A 4th point for Jedden and Bradley of the Chargers. Jedden serves.
Yeah, rebote almost didn't even make it out to Bueno. I mean, he went down to the floor almost before.
Did Bueno
that.
call him off? I couldn't tell.
I think he did.
Did Bueno call for it?
Yeah. He went down pretty early. He was in position. Rebote just never really arrived where he was positioned.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Here's Stan on the backhand, wall to wall from the left side. Jedden on the move, has the rebote. Well played to the inside, stands there. Low runner to the inside. Bradley down low, scoops it up. Forehand rebote by Bueno. There's the catch by Bradley. Powerful backhand to the outside. Stan gets out there, makes a fine play. Big right side by Bradley. Caught by Stan at the 10 line. On the wall. Rebote. Rebote saved by Jedden. Nice play. Bueno winds up. Split placement. Lands in and scores. No shutout in the second set. Bueno will serve.
Perfect split placement there. Caught the corner. Pushed it outside and right between both Jedden and Bradley. See Jedden moving that way, and yeah, he's taking a look and hoping that Bradley's back there, but not to be.
Powerful forehand by Bradley, high to the front wall. Backhand by Stan. Ball tipped at the side wall. That is a 5th point for Jedden and Bradley. This is possible set, possible match point for the Chargers.
The forehand is right where he needs it to be. Crossing right at the side wall where Stan's trying to make that catch. It's a little bit lower too. Makes it more complicated now. 1 point ends the match.
Here's the backhand by Stan. Caught by Bradley. Bradley from the forehand. Stan at the 13 line, comes over the top. Big bounce. Brought down by Bradley. Bueno, midcourt, backhand. Jedden, 2 bounces ruled before the rebote was thrown. 2 points for Bueno and Stan. Still possible match point for the Chargers.
Well, kind of like we saw with Bueno, I mean, Jedden starts going down to the ground before that ball is almost halfway to him off the back wall. You just got to wait just a little bit longer, and you see he couldn't get enough power on it to reach. Still a few points to work with to close out the match, but just
ball
under.
Underserve, second serve must be good. Here's Bradley from the forehand, powerfully to the backcourt. Stan going for it in the air, tipped it. Point, set, and match in straight sets for Jedden and Bradley of the Chargers, taking it 6-3, 6-2.
First win of the day there for the Chargers. They get one late. Still Cyclones game day, 4-1 lead. 1 match left, Division I singles. That'll bring out Manu and Zuika. Team captains battle it out.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there. Blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Joined by our winners and a whole bunch of change there. Jedden and Bradley got the Chargers on the board. First win of the day. Again, first match for Bueno this season. What was the plan of attack for you guys? Hold up. Hold on, folks. Just some technical difficulties.
Okay,
there we go. We hear you now.
Apologize for that. It's been a day like that for us. We can't get nothing right. So the mics was an example of that.
I had nothing to do with it.
We just went out there and played how we played. The turnout today is not what we expected. We had hope to stay into the playoff hunt, but it was a victory for us, me and Bradley, to stay consistent. And I'm not too happy right now with how we are losing, but I'm happy on how me and Bradley and the whole team is fighting.
7-3 this year for you guys. Bradley, how is this full season playing together with Jedden?
Oh, it's been amazing. Couldn't ask for a better partner. We went out there and just fought like hell every single time. And, you know, I definitely think the record shows the effort that we put into it this season.
Awesome, guys.
No question about it. You guys played great together, and every time Jedden just was not able to get to that ball, Bradley was there constantly, carrying Jedden around the entire time, the entire second half of the season. Bradley, congratulations, Jedden. It was nice seeing you again. Okay, we got a last game.
Hey, you already know about to say, Stu. It's your lifestyle. You want to be like us. I know you.
I do. I really do. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have fun.
We have fun.
Oh, all right, Stu. 1 match left. Singles Division I. That'll bring out Manu and Zuika. Manu 4-5 this year. Zuika 4-4. Zuika won the previous matchup in 3 sets. And game day's already been decided. Cyclones going to the playoffs. Chargers will not be this season. But still a chance for Zuika here. See what he can do. Manu will have the serve. We are ready to begin our final match of the game day. Manu of the Cyclones takes on Zuika of the Chargers. Manu serves. We begin. With a backhand. High into the corner. Rabote, forehand laid up. Now Zuika makes the stop. Catch inside there by Manu. Backhand lifted up. Stopped again. Back behind him, this time at the 11 line. Manu flicks it up. Zuika moves in. Up at the 6. Shoots it high. Narrowly clears Manu. And not going to be able to play that Rabote. Zuika with the first point here of our final match.
Do we see a limp with Manu? He's wincing. I see him wincing.
Yeah, it didn't look too good, and still, yeah, wincing. Manu with the backhand. Into the corner, Rabote forehand for Zuika. Right to him on the left side, he makes the catch, sends it up. Into the corner, now Rabote. Manu moves in, outside placement from the costado of Manu, ties it up, 1-1.
If something is bothering him, he throws a really nice costado with it. Something that doesn't affect the costado. And legs have a lot to do with it.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, he just whipped that to the outside, and there's no chance. It looks like it's going to be an inside placement, so there would be no reason for Zuika to be moving towards the net. I mean, at the last second, he just throws it hard and out of reach. The return clears the screen. Manu, Rabote save inside. Here's Zuika. Karam lands in.
Beautiful.
It scores.
No, I don't.
2-1 lead for Zuika. Forehand Rabote laid right up the middle of the court. Manu shoots it low, crosses the wall, scoop by Zuika. 2-wall follows, not enough. Manu sends it high. Oh, but that kicked out of play. Zuika with 3, leads 3-1. Rabote forehand. Clears the screen. Rabote coming back out. Manu turns 2 walls. That kicks wide. 4-1 lead here.
Trying to turn that into something, and it just lands out.
Yeah, off his footing, trying to make the 2-wall. If anyone can do it, it's Manu. I mean, we've seen it today. We've seen it almost every game day, but not quite on that one. Manu handles his serve as it crossed deep. Passing up the middle, Rabote, 2-wall. Drops in, and it scores. 5 points possible. Set point here for Zuika. Robote forehand over the top, scoop, missed. And extends the set here, 2 points for Manu. That's an ace. Manu with his third. He's serving. Perfect serve right there, though. I mean, crossing back at the 12. Right as Zuika is trying to attack Stu. Long Robote coming out. Manu sends it high, narrowly clears, drops into the chick-check to score. So just like that, it's a 1-point deficit.
Nothing you could do about that if you're Zuika. I mean, the chulas and chick-checks so rarely happen. And Manu fires this high. So he's passing, clears the overhead screen, but boom, right into that crack between the back wall and the floor from the right side.
As Robote's coming way out, Manu to the outside, not enough. Zuika's got him trapped. There's the carom, it scores for the set. Zuika wins it 6-4, 2 minutes. We will play set 2. Zuika delivers there in singles, takes the first set 6-4. Got pretty tight late. Lead as much as 5-1, cut to 5-4, but final carom closes it out in Zuika's favor.
Nothing will brighten your day more than Iturbide. I mean, he's always smiling, always positive attitude.
I mean, really one of the most positive out there. And reason for Zuika, too, in singles coming in with some confidence. He won his first match, lost 3 in a row after that, but since he's won 3 of his last 4 coming into this one in form. But, I mean, hard to say that anyone's had a better year than this guy right here, Manu. I mean, what he brings you in doubles is just incredible, and then he's got some shot making unlike most other backcourters in singles.
Mad skills, as I think the kids say. Mad highlight skills. I mean, Manu, I mean, both these guys, actually.
Again, only 1 win up there for the Chargers. Zuika takes the first set. You can't do anything about the game day result, but could just add another win and come back on Monday, and these Chargers will take on the Warriors. This will be the Cyclones' 15th and final game day of the regular season. So the next time you're going to see the Cyclones will be 2 weeks from tonight when we play our playoffs. Semifinals to be played, is that December 5th? One semifinal is scheduled for 2 p.m. and the other semifinal is scheduled for 7 p.m. So we'll play both semifinals that day. A fun, full day of highlights, too. 2 weeks from today. And then after tonight, we'll be playing on Tuesday this week. And then Friday, that's it. Only 2 game days left in the regular season. For those looking towards battlecourt next week, only Tuesday and Friday. Second set ready to begin. Manu has a serve. High bouncing serve, we begin set 2. Zuika sends it up, but too high. That's up and out of play. Manu, it's the first point of our second set.
Zuika clearly frustrated with the outcome. Looking to pass, just not pass it into the overhead screen.
That's a tough Robote, loaded up high. Zuika moves in. Karam scores. 2-all ties it. 1-1.
Manu looking a little tender-footed. Again, can't say that it was a limp, just... He was talking to the chief judge about it.
Manu sends this one along the wall. Robote for Zuika. Clears to the outside. It's dropping Manu. 2-all. Ah, that one's out. 2 for Zuika. He's in front.
That just hit way too high up on the side wall and just... Yeah, the poorly controlled costado there by Manu, one of the rare ones.
Tough serve handled up high on the left side of Manu. Drops right into that corner. Zuika comes in with the Robote. Manu back to that corner. Zuika right side, inside. Manu makes that tough catch. A little more on this one. Gets by Robote. Forehand Manu. That clears. Cutting back inside, dropping low. Zuika crouches, plays it to pass. Manu looking for a big bounce up over Zuika. He controls it. Drop shot, dropped in to score. 3 points and the serve for Zuika.
There was nothing easy about that catch for Zuika. When you have to reach like that, we talk about the floaters that are dropping at the side wall, but when balls are basically bouncing in front of you, but they're not bouncing with a high degree of speed, those can be particularly difficult to wrangle in your cesta. I guess that's the best way to put it, because you need to catch it, but you need to settle it in your cesta as well. So Zuika did that beautifully there.
Backhand to the corner. Zuika off his footing, pushed it up the middle. Manu attacking with a 2-wall. It scores just above the pad, gives him 2. Manu in the middle of the court, powerfully back inside. One-handed effort is tipped. Manu has tied it 3-3.
Manu's hanging in there point by point. Let's see if Zuika's got shots off the serve. Boy, just the inside and just off the frame of Zuika's cesta.
High bouncer controlled there deep in the backcourt. Manu retreat, now tries to get out for the Robote, puts it right along the inside. Zuika, there's a 2-wall, it opens and scores. Just beat him out to the net, takes the lead back 4-3.
Again, beautifully executed. Zuika's got shots. When he throws them with a... There's just an elegance to that. There's that wince from Manu, just like a foot, maybe.
Wow, what a catch there. Just ripped it off the wall. Zuika now looking for the Robote. Turn back inside. Manu now. Placement. The scoop is missed. 4-4 is the score.
Have we ever seen Zuika vocalize like that?
Not often.
Ever?
I think maybe.
He plays passion. That was pretty loud. Ubia might be rubbing off on him.
It's possible. Been playing together a few years now. Robote coming hard right up the middle. It dies in the corner. Robote turned in inside. Scoop is missed. Zuika gets 5. He's got a possible set and match point.
Manu makes those stops at the sidewall really well, but they're just so difficult. So to make all of them is a tall order. I mean, he's a tall guy, but
Manu takes that one off the wall. Oh, the backhand too high, up and out of play. Point, set, and match. Zuika takes it in straight sets, but the Cyclones win the game day 4-2. We'll hear from our winner, Zuika, in just a few moments.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Take a look at that game day score here before we hear from Zuika. 4-2 win for the Cyclones, but the Chargers come away with those last 2 matches. We are joined by #1 player and team captain of the Chargers, Zuika. 2nd win this season for you against Manu. What was the game plan coming in? You know his game so well.
Yeah, basically the game plan was, as always in the singles game, pass him, try to catch high in the front, start dominating, and once I have it, executed. And today was, I followed the same script, so yeah, happy for the win, but unfortunately, we lost the game day. We lost any chance of making the playoffs. So looking forward for next season at the Jam Arena, Miami Jai-Alai, centennial anniversary over there. So very excited, looking forward, and wish every team the best of luck.
Awesome, Zuika. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Let's take a look here at our standings before we close things out, because the Cyclones, they're up at 10 points, the only team to reach double figures. They have locked in that #1 seed. The Devils are locked into the 2. And then we got a battle here for the final playoff spot. The Chargers, as Zuika just said, they are eliminated, but Fireballs, Warriors, and Renegades still with a chance to make it. One of those teams is going to be left out. We will see who. This upcoming week, 2 game days left. We're playing one on Tuesday, one on Friday. First, on Tuesday, it's going to be the Chargers and the Warriors, and then a week from today on Friday night, we'll close out the regular season with the Fireballs and the Renegades. Should be a fun week, folks. Join us here as we close out this Fall 25 regular season. We'll see you Tuesday.